Hi, Dr. Lepsy. Thank you for your time and inviting me to lunch today on your beautiful campus. It's great to finally meet you in person.
No problem. I'm excited to see what Gardner has to offer to Peach State University. Dr. Butler mentioned some wonderful things.
Yes, Dr. Butler from Northern Alabama. He was one of our first clients in the higher education industry. He was generous enough to give us a referral, mentioning you two studied together at Maryland College.
Yes, we did study together, and I value his opinion greatly.
Well, I would first like to congratulate you on your success in your field. I see you were a CIO at Florida Community College for 7 years prior to coming to Peach State. That is very impressive.
Thank you. I've spent time at numerous institutes before coming to Peach State University, whether I was still in school learning or working in an information-appointed role.
Yeah, I see you've been at Peach State for just about 1 year. How has the transfer from a smaller community college to a bigger state institute treated you?
The change has been pretty smooth. The role is still the same, so that was easy. But the workload has increased tremendously with the bigger population size at Peach State.
And have you been able to get any support with your transition?
My new colleagues have been very helpful with the move, especially Dr. Charlie Schwepker, our VP of Research. He has been here for 7 years, like I was at Florida Community College, so he has had some very helpful tips.
I understand. Well, it does sound like you've had a lot going on with your move. The purpose of my visit today is to see if it makes sense for a business like Peach State to have a partnership with Gardner. First, I'd like to start off by discussing the goals of Peach State. Then we'll discuss your role to help accomplish the university goals. And then finally, any roadblocks you might have where Gardner can provide value and hopefully get to you past those roadblocks to continue to work towards success at Peach State. How does this agenda sound, and would you like to make any changes?
Sounds good to me. Let's get started.
Okay. So I did research before coming, and I found out that Peach State offers 150 undergrad, master's, and doctoral degrees to over 35,000 students. And it's the third largest university in the state and inside the top 50 largest in the country.
Yes, we have 13 colleges throughout Peach State, expanding to 2 metro locations within Atlanta. Our student body is very diverse and very talented.
That's wonderful. Would you say the population of your students is at a maximum, or do you think there's more room for growth?
I think there is always room for growth. More students that attend the university correlates to more revenue. According to Dr. Charlie Schwepker's research team, the university is not yet all full capacity with regards to student housing fulfillments, and there is room for expansion and growth for more classrooms, parking, and buildings on campus.
That's always a good thing to hear. What number would you say is the maximum student capacity at Peach State? Could you handle using both campuses and all resources available?
The president, Dr. Chris Cloninger, and I would like to see the university gain 15,000 more students. With that increase, it will put us very close to the largest state school in Georgia. We would have to build a couple more buildings for classroom space and maybe 2 more parking garages, but I believe overall it will be worth it.
I see. And also being a state school, I saw that you bring close to $345 million in revenue each year. How much more do you think that would increase from the growth that we just talked about?
I think adding the 15,000 students will be able to grant us a ballpark increase of 20% in revenue after we take care of the initial spending for the new buildings and space required. I will ballpark around a $70 million increase.
$70 million, that's pretty good. For you particularly within IT, what would be the biggest task that you could complete to help contribute this profitability for Peach State?
I think cutting costs is most important. If we can lower the IT budget in each department of the university, that would really help profitability. Also, expanding to more online offerings with classes, that could help grow student population without having to spend more money on campus expansion.
That's a good idea. So how much would you like to cut out of the initial budget?
I think if each department can lower their IT budget by 5%, then as a whole that will drop our expenditures and operations costs by almost 50%, saving us close to $40 million.
Yeah, I think that would be great. Could you possibly see yourself getting into any roadblocks along the way?
I could possibly see not being able to tell which areas we are over-investing and overspending in, and it's hard to prioritize where to look first.
And lastly, are you using any IT platforms at the moment that might help you with this?
Well, not really. I've just been using my previous experience at Florida Community College and using what has worked there.
I see. So what do you need to successfully cut your IT budget?
I would like to be able to look at two competitors of similar size institutions and what their IT spending looks like, and how they're dividing that up to the major departments of the institution. It would be nice to where we are over and underspending.
Yeah, I think, what about being able to view all competitors in your similar industry and where you stack up to them, not just the two?
Yeah, that would be great. Even better than just two.
Yeah. Also, as we mentioned before, you said you'd like to expand more into the online classes to help limit campus expansion and spending. What do you need to establish more digital transformation in the university?
I think examples of other institutions' success stories would be helpful to view to know it works and you can profit from it. Also, I think it would help to change people's minds on how they view IT.
Would you find it helpful to be working with someone who has been in your shoes, who has had previous experience at the position, at the CIO position, and could help you be an IT business partner?
Yes, I think a mentor would be very helpful. Learning from their previous success and error not only can help me not make mistakes, but get to my goals faster.
That's great. I think all of these challenges that we have been discussing, Gartner has the capabilities to address, and I would love to show them to you. I think the first challenge would be cutting the IT budget in each department by 5%. Gartner has an actual self-assessment tool that you can fill out yourself. You first input your current IT budget, and then you'll see where you are with not only the competitors around you, but worldwide. I think Gartner has the ability to break it down to the assets you have within IT. It also has the ability to see what you're spending there and how many employees that you have salaried at full time. Do you think this is something that would help you identify areas in your IT budget?
Yes, already by looking at some of these numbers, I can see where I could be spending too much. My only concern and objection would be the time it would take to put all this information into the system and for it to generate a report that is overwhelming and I could get lost.
Absolutely. I understand that you're very busy and we don't want to be taking any of your time out of your day. Your concern is with timing and feasibility regarding entering the data into the report?
Yes, exactly.
The great news about this tool is it only takes about 20 minutes to input the numbers, and it generates 27 pages of information. It's very easy to use, and the report is very straightforward.
Oh, excellent. I feel better. I thought it was going to take me a whole day's work to create this report.
Oh, no, it's not going to take that long. So the second piece is showing that IT is more than an expense on the books, and it actually can be a valuable business partner. We offer is called Executive Partner feature. It forms a partnership with a CIO that has already been in your shoes, and it allows to give you advice, and it demonstrates the value of IT from what you can do, and it helps you pair that bridge to the business. Do you think you would be interested in working with a mentor like this?
Yes, I think a mentor that has been in my shoes and knows what I'm struggling with can only help me. I will be able to bounce ideas off of them, and it will help me deliver information to the president.
And then lastly, you mentioned digital markets with regards to online class expansion, so you can reach more students and not be able to come out that aren't able to come and live on campus, but can still take classes, which will provide additional revenue. Gardner offers 1,300 research articles that are at your disposal and in the research portal, and it also has magic quadrants that you can group each subdivision in to help refine your search. Do you think having these resources at your fingertips will allow quickly and efficient progress?
This is awesome. I had no idea you guys had all this research readily available at the click of a button.
So we have gone over some of Gartner's capabilities. What else do you need to see to be comfortable to move on with a partnership with Gartner?
Well, probably price. How much is Gartner going to cost, and what am I getting for my money? Those are the things I would need more information on.
Yeah, of course. When partnering with Gartner, you'll have access to all the capabilities I showed you today, the executive partner, the cost optimization tool, and the 1,300 topics of documents. The contract is $50,000 over a 3-year span, totaling $1,500 ballpark each year.
Wow, that is a lot. Why is it so high? I don't think that's in our price range.
So what particularly concerns you about the price?
Well, my expectation going into this meeting wasn't really dishing $50,000 out of my pocket every year. I thought I would be paying only a couple thousand to get access to a few documents. I don't think the president would like us spending $50,000 a year on IT software.
So are there multiple people involved in this purchase decision?
Yes, the president could veto my decision as long with the board of directors for the school.
And what would it take for the president and the BOD to allow the purchase of Gartner?
I think they would need to see an immediate return on their investment with taking a risk this big.
But is it a big risk though? You previously stated that your university is spending close to $80 million on operations and expenditures. What's the difference in spending $50,000 more each year if it could help cut that spending in half?
I guess you have a valid point there. I cannot solely make the decision. The president and the BOD would be very much involved and would need to see an immediate return on the Gartner investment.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. I can put something together that will show an immediate return on investments and using previous clients' success with Gartner. Then we can meet again with the president and the BOD.
That sounds great.
Are you and the president free later in the week? I can get this done pretty quickly and come back to present it to him.
Yes, does Friday at the same time work?
Perfect. I will see you then.